How to be a father is to respect yourself as your own controller. That's when you're a man. See, there's a lot of people who are insane. They're driven insane by those who are in control, because the ones who are insane are not in control, and they hate so much the ones who are in control, and that's why they're in that trap with them, and that's why they're enslaved. And they're affected by those who are controlled. And they just can't, they're attached so much to them because they hate them so much, because they don't have any control, and because the person they hate has control. You have to come to this thing in yourself, like basically your dad will control you, your mum, whoever, and the government does this to us as well. And it's like, you don't control you, and then you've done that all your life, because he's from the whatever armed forces or something, or he's from a policeman or something like that, some authority figure, and he had it upon him, so now he's going to put it on you, and whatever. So you're trained in that way for a long time, your whole life. But then basically, at one point, it came to me that I was thinking, like, why is it, like, like the Buddha thinks about what causes suffering, and it says, it's desire, or it's craving and stuff. And I can elaborate that, but I'm not going there now. So basically, I was doing the same thing. I do this anyway because I'm a spiritual guy and a musician, and so just trying to find out the truth everywhere, and politics, everything. I'm like a journalist, I guess. But yeah, I just know everything. Scientist. Polymath, yeah. So anyway, coming back to what I was saying, that you just kind of think, okay, but why am I not in control? And why am I annoyed that somebody else to control? Are they in control of me or whatever? Actually think about it. And then you're in this state of like frustration because you're not in control. And you can't do any, you're always annoyed. And it's like you smash plates about, not exactly like that, but you don't care about what you do. It's because you're not in control. Someone else is in control of you. And so you're just like you're doing everything that you're doing by an order from somebody else. You're a slave. And you are a slave. If you're like that. In that situation, you are a slave. And that's why it's so annoying. And you just despise those who have control, because they're not slaves. They're free. So it's like you're in prison and they're not. And it is a psychological thing, right? And probably most people around the world are in this psychological situation of insanity. And coming to the point, which I haven't got to yet, is that you think, like, who's in control? And basically you come to think about you controlling yourself. Like, why can't I control myself? And you don't like yourself, you don't respect yourself, you don't allow yourself to control yourself. Because basically, like, when you're a slave, right, and you try to control yourself, you don't respect, you think the person, when you try to do something, and you tell yourself to do it, you think that person telling you to do it is just the same as somebody else telling you to do it. And you don't like that person inside you telling you to do it, whatever it is. And then I realised, but hold on, that's me though. So why don't I respect that? So then I kind of looked at that and said, no, that's me though. That's alright. That's okay. So then I started, listening to that, and it was kind of hard. That was kind of like the big wall to jump over. When you jump over that, and then the territory on the other side is very different, and you're in a land of freedom, and basically you respect yourself as your own controller. Like, because normally if you're a slave, even if you tell yourself to do something, you can't respect. You just can't do it because you don't respect it or whatever. And so it's a little bit hot in here now. So when you're a slave, right? I mean, basically, when you're suppressed, when you're enslaved, then psychologically, then even if you tell yourself to do something, you won't do it because you will associate that person in your head telling you to do that with the person, somebody else who you don't like, who you like your dad or someone that you're just trying to control you all the time. So the thing is that basically you have to realize that, hold on, that's me. So why am I not friends with me? Why am I not respecting myself, telling myself what to do? See, that's not someone else, that's me. You have to realize that. Then you respect yourself as your own controller. And when you can do that, then you become the same as the one who is controlling you. Right? Then you're in the tables are turned. You're in the land of freedom, and you are basically comfortable. And then you start thinking of security measures for a household. That's how to be a father. Because basically then it's like somehow, I don't know, you become so free that you think of how to protect things and how to secure things. You think about protection and security, and you're so clear-minded. It's like, and basically in freedom you're enlightened as well. That is liberation, moksha, enlightenment, freedom, all synonymous. I mean, well, actually enlightenment's a bit special case, but it seems to be anyway. But basically it comes about naturally when you're awakened. But the thing is, it's like seeing this world out of this world, or it's appreciating this world by going out of this world. See, or just existence itself. And there's all kind of things I could say about it. So it's not exactly as simple as that. It's just being free, but it does come in the state of being free. So realities can come to you and stuff. But yeah, enlightenment's something else to do with appreciating existence and stuff. But anyway, and all kinds of truths like that already exist makes you enlightened. So the fact, like, I'm in this body, or I have a body. It's like, whoa. Then you go out your mind for a sec because you're in the world of truth. So you have to just say these truths, and then you can go out your mind, and then you can be enlightened. See? And when you realize the truth of existence, you can be enlightened. So, okay, we come back to basically the guy in your head is in your head though, isn't it? Right? Okay, it's not you associate it as somebody else, like it's somebody else telling you what to do. But you have to realize that actually it's you. And you're meant to be friends with you. You're meant to be okay with you. And you should be okay with yourself telling you what to do. And when you realize that, then you can respect yourself as your own controller. And then you're in control. Then you're with the reins in your hand. You're driving the car and everything, You're in control. And you're free. And you can do things gently. And be very, very gentle and be happy with yourself, you see? So whatever you're doing, you don't smash things about. You're not unhappy. You're not always miserable, always unhappy in that. But you're always comfortable and stuff. That's a man who's in control. That's a man in control. And other people who don't have that, who are in this world of insanity, because they're driven insane by other people who have control, they are so jealous of those people. To have control from the perspective of an insane person who doesn't have any control or freedom is the most annoying thing. That somebody else could be free when I'm enslaved. That is the most annoying thing. That's why you hate the people who control you. And because you hate them, you're attached to them so much in the mind that they can control you. If you didn't hate them, they wouldn't be able to control you, because there'd be no attachment to them. There'd be no contract, no bondage, you see? But how can you not hate them when they're free and you're a slave? See? So it's just ineluctable. the hate for the controller, for the master, when you're a slave, is ineluctable. You inescapable. You can't get away from it. And so that hatred keeps you attached and enslaved as well, psychologically. So if you then somehow just start telling yourself what to do, to realize, why aren't I in control? Why is someone else controlling me? Why aren't I in control? Why am I not in control? And then you start telling yourself what to do, and you don't really like yourself inside your mind. You tell yourself what to do. It's like you treat it like it's your controller. Well, actually, it's you though. So you realize, hold on, that's me. I should be okay with that because that's me. Oh, that's alright. And then you come to the revelation that you should respect yourself telling you what to do, and say, yeah, that's good. Then you get a bit of self-respect. See, that's the key to freedom, self-respect. See, but what does that mean? Is basically respect yourself as your own controller. See? And that's the key sentence right there. Respect yourself. I'll put that on a, distribute it or share it around the internet or something. Respect yourself as your own controller. And then you can be in control. And you don't get worried easily. And you're always in a ground state. You're very much grounded. And you're not in this highty-flighty worrying just because your controller's, about or near. When the master comes home, and they say, whatever, you get worried and stuff. You get excited or whatever. But when you're in control, that doesn't happen because you're the one who controls that. See, so it's all about freedom. It's all about self-respect. It's all about respecting yourself, telling yourself what to do, and it's all about getting over that massive barrier. And that is the difference between being a slave and being a master, being in a cage and being free. So being locked up in jail and being free on the outside, and not being comfortable and being worried, being kind of like all over the place and being clear-minded, and so it's really important because it's such a big difference. It's a fundamental psychological difference. It's such a difference between freedom and slavery. And people are trained by their parents to be slaves. And it's really... The truth is that the parents that control you think they're doing a good job for you. They think they're doing the right thing by helping you. But actually, they're making you a slave. And they're taking away your control from your own life. When they try to help you, they think they're doing a good job for you, they're serving you in that, they're trying to get involved in your life. Actually, they're putting you off your own control. And they prevent you from controlling yourself. And they completely sabotage your own freedom, your own sense of honor, your own sense of integrity, your own sense of respect for yourself. And they just enslave you like a bitch. And that's what everyone is, a bitch, when they're a slave. They're not a man, see? And so you can become a man when you respect yourself as your own controller. Otherwise you're a bitch. And you're going to be bitchy. Like smashing stuff about, you're going to be annoyed and frustrated because you're in prison, and I absolutely understand your frustration, and I know I don't want you to be in there any second longer than you have to be, because you could actually just be free, and all it takes is to be happy with yourself telling you what to do. And then, because normally, right, when you're a slave, you're not happy with yourself telling yourself what to do at first. But when you look into it, you realize, hold on, why am I not happy? Well, question it, and the lie goes away, because it didn't exist in the first place. You look at it, and it's not there. You thought it was, that's the illusion. And you look at the place, and it's not there. So, the fact is that it isn't. And so you're meant to be happy with yourself, telling yourself what to do. And when you're a slave, but when you're a bitch, you're not happy with yourself telling you what to do, because the person in your head telling you what to do is somebody else to you. But then you look at it, and is it really somebody else? No, it's not actually. It's myself. So why am I not happy with myself telling myself what to do? And then when you ponder that, you become very, very, very much comfortable and happy with it. And then you be like, oh, okay. So it's all right then. So it's but it's a big wall to jump over. It's a big barrier to get over. It's a big difference, a big change, massive change. It's like a absolutely 180 degrees, flip turn over. Wow. And it's the difference between being a bitch and being a man. It is not being a man. Is not fighting someone. It's more to do with actually a bit heart, but it's more actually to do with freedom. It's more actually to do with being respecting yourself as your own controller. That's when you have honor.